Well, hello, everyone, and welcome into Game 6 of Blitzball Battle 3. This is the pregame show. We're getting you ready for a good one between Hook, Line, Sinkers and McFlurry Power. Both of those teams 0-1 in the tournament, trying to avoid that second loss. Peter.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, I think it's going to be whether Kmac can continue the dominance on the mound and whether Stoner can come up with any kind of performance with the bat. For me, if McFlurry can do anything on that side of the ball, they're going to be fine. For Sinkers, I tell you what, I really like the two personalities on that team. Drew Davis, to me, is a very innocent kid. Had a nice dinner with him last night. He's feeling good. He took yesterday's loss very hard, but I think he's going to bounce back today.
Yeah, it was a very emotional loss. Especially for Drew. Had a heck of a game and gave up that walk-off grand slam to Trevor Plouffe. But you mentioned Kmac on the mound. Well, on the other side, you have Dan's going to have to obviously pitch in this game with the new rules. And he feels like he has had a lot of success versus Kmac. Here he is on that. Okay, guys, we're getting ready for Game 6 of this tournament. Y'all's second game. Now, yesterday versus Forgotten Rotten was a very emotional loss for you guys. You've had some time to process it. You've had some time to sleep, Drew. I know it was an emotional game for you. How are you feeling after that loss yesterday headed into today?
I'm feeling good. I forgot about it. We shared some laughs at Hudson Hall, so it's forgotten about, and we're ready to go focus on this game.
And Dan, I know you guys are facing McFlurry Power. Kyle MacDonald is a guy, we see a lot of antics from him in these games. You have a lot of experience against him. What are you expecting to see from him in this matchup, especially based off the experience you have against him?
He was red hot in his first game. He had like 8 total bases, but I faced him a bunch in the Roulette League. I think I know how to get him out. He did get drafted by the Yankees, but I do feel confident. So I'm ready. I'm ready for Kmac. I'm ready for Stoner.
So Dan has all the confidence in the world against Kmac. But Peter, it's been very interesting because we know Kmac has some antics out there too.
Do you think? He hasn't thrown a ball from the same arm position in 3 years of Blitzball, so he's got some antics, that's for sure. This thing kind of scares me, the eye black, I don't know where he's going with that. The crane, there's a lot going on, but yeah, and he likes to play games.
Well, just wait until you hear what Kmac had to say when we told him what Dan said about pitching to him.
All right.
All right, guys, we're getting ready for Game 6 of Blitzball Battle 3, y'all's second game of the tournament. You did lose the first one. It was a tough loss for you guys. There was a lot of blame put on that fan interference call. Kyle, you said that you guys easily should have won the game yesterday. So now you've had time to kind of reflect back on the loss. How has y'all's confidence bounced back for the second game for you guys?
Yeah, confidence is there. Yesterday, they're a good team. The fan interference, in the moment, the heat of the moment, it's tough. But at the end of the day, maybe Kollin drops the ball, maybe he doesn't get there. So, you know what? We just got to come here today and be ready to play.
When we were talking to Dan and Drew before the game, your opponents for your second game of the tournament, Kyle, Dan seemed to have a lot of confidence against you on the mound. He says that he has struck you out plenty of times, has plenty of experience against you specifically. What is your response to Dan's confidence facing you?
Yeah, I've given Dan that confidence. I have told him since the one-inning league that I do not want to face him, that I am scared of him, and that he is the toughest pitcher to face. Little does he know that I'm just playing with him, giving him this fake sense of confidence. And no, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to face him today. We're good to go.
And a lot of people are changing their pitching strategy headed into their second game of the tournament. What is y'all's pitching strategy headed into today?
We're going to start with Kmac, and he gets an out. We're going to go with Kmac again. He's going to get 2 outs, and then we're going to switch and trying to stay something consistent and not go back and forth and lose our focus. So.
Well, guys, fighting to stay alive today. Good luck in Game 2 for you guys versus Hook, Line, Sinker. Kmac cracks me up. I feel like he's one of those guys that if he's on your team, you love him. If you're playing against him,
you want to beat the shit out of him.
You hate him.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, so you hate him. Yeah.
everything is a mental game for Kmac. But whenever we go back to Hook, Line, Sinkers, this is a new team. We've talked a lot about the chemistry between the two of them, how they're going to play together. But Dan has a lot of confidence in his teammate Drew. And I know that you guys have potentially changed your pitching strategy headed into your second game of the tournament. Do one of you guys want to explain to me what you will be doing?
I think, the fact that I can shut down Kmac. I'm a lefty, he's a lefty, so I'm going to be seeing a lot of Kmac. Drew over here is a 5-tool player. 5 tools. And he'll just do it all. I am riding Drew all the way. He's the man.
You heard it here. Dan is riding Drew. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Good luck in Game 2 for you of Blitzball Battle 3. So
well, we're going to have to wait and see what that means, but hopefully we can stay tuned and see what goes on out there. We'll keep it PG, I promise.
Well, you'll really be able to see what's going on if you're wearing your Shady Rays. Our friends at Shady Rays have brought all of this to you. You guys, we have partnered with them to give you an exclusive offer. It's only happening during Blitzball 3. If you use the code WAREHOUSE, you're going to save 40% off a pair of sunglasses, but you're also going to receive early access to their limited edition pair with who?
Exclusive. Jimmy and Jake.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It's launching later this summer. So, like we said, our friends at Shady Rays, they're world-class products. We love them so much. These have been my go-to sunglasses for about a year now. The most insane protection, too. If you break them, if you lose them, they're going to replace them. So make sure you guys go to shadyrays.com.
Yeah, of course.
ShadyRays.com. Use code WAREHOUSE. That'll get you 40% off of one pair of polarized sunglasses and also put you on that early access list to what?
Exclusive glasses.
Promo code WAREHOUSE. Okay. So we love Shady Rays. Mm-hmm. We love Blitzball. Mm-hmm. We love Jolly Olive.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We do.
All right, let's get it to Jolly.
Thanks, guys. We got a big matchup in Game 2 of Day 2. Both of these teams need a win bad. It's hook, line, sinkers versus McFlurry Power. I'm looking on the McFlurry Power side. I need a big game from Kollin Stone. He made 5 of 6 outs in their loss yesterday and had 4 strikeouts at the plate. Didn't pitch particularly well either, so we need a big step-up game from him because Kmac did his part. He had 8 total bases in yesterday's game with a single, a home run, and a walk. His 8 walks led the Roulette League, so you know you're going to get a great plate discipline at bat from Kmac whenever he steps up. Let's talk a little bit about the hook, line, sinkers now. Canobbio yesterday also struggled at the plate a little bit. He did hit a double, but in his other at-bats, he had 5 strikeouts, 1 for 6 with 5 strikeouts, including that brutal error that ended up losing them the game to Forgotten Rotten. As for Canobbio and Davis, they've never faced Stone or Kmac on the mound, and Drew Davis is coming off a pretty big workload on the mound as a pitcher. He had 37 pitches yesterday, which was tied for second highest on Day 1 pitchers. The only man who had more was Nicky Cass, who threw 40 pitches in the first game of the tournament. As for Drew Davis, he's hitting the ball a little bit better. His solo home run against Plouffe was his first extra base hit in his entire Warehouse career. Hopefully he continues to slug today. Maybe Dan Canobbio can pick it up at the plate, but either way, both of these teams need this win bad or they're in danger of getting eliminated from playoff bracket play.
Oh, plenty more moments waited to be created here inside of the Warehouse. Pete Moylan, your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is, can Drew Davis recover from yesterday's loss? It was a big swing. It was a big pitch. It was a big moment for him. He looked devastated. Let's see how he bounces back.
Let's remember, he is one of our youngest competitors here inside the Warehouse. So,
Can chicken.
I mean, he was wearing it in that post-game press conference.
Yeah.
There is no question about
Emotional.
it. All right, before we get out of here and get you to the game, Kelsey Winger, give us your prediction.
Yeah, it was emotional losses for both of them. You guys hit on the loss for Drew and Dan, but Kmac and Kollin, they thought that they lost yesterday because of that fan interference call. So emotional losses for both of them yesterday. Interesting pitching strategies that we've covered a little bit, you guys, but I think I'm going to take hook, line, sinkers because I think Drew took yesterday's game super personally. So we'll see how it plays out.
All right, Kels, thank you. Pete?
I'm going to have to go, I just think the ball skills of McFlurry is going to shine through,
Really?
But I also think that sinkers have got some sack about him.
Yeah, you know, the thing is about McFlurry Power, if Kmac is pitching the way he did in their first game, I think they're in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that whatever this delivery is.
We're going to go with the crane.
The crane.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's repeatable. So
Yeah.
I think I like hook, line, sinkers.
Okay.
I do. I think they could go on a deep tournament run. If they just get in there,
Yeah.
you never know.
Canobbio's shocked me so far.
So we will have first pitch at 6 o'clock Eastern coming your way here on John Boy Media. For Kelsey Wingert, for Pete Moylan, I am Chris Rose. We'll see you tonight, 6 o'clock. Mac Fleury Power, hook, line, sinkers. Thanks for watching the pregame show presented to you by Shady Rays.